Dominick, Big Trinchera, December 20th, 1936. May 5th, 1981 was an American coup regime in the Bonanno crime family who was murdered with Alphonse Indelicato and Philip Giacconi for planning to overthrow Bonanno boss Philip Rastelli. Early life. Trinchera was born in the Bronx, New York, the son of an Italian immigrant from Rome and an Italian-American woman from Naples. He weighed 350 pounds, later marrying a woman named Donna, and fathered several children. Trinchera was indicted in 1972 for the inquiry into the murder of Joe Gallo, but was released on $5,000 bail. After the murder of Carmine Galanti in 1979, a fight for control of the family started. Joseph Mazzino began jockeying for power with Dominick, Sonny Black Napolitano, another Rastelli loyalist capo. Both men were themselves threatened by another faction seeking to depose the absentee boss led by capos Alphonse, Sonny Red Indelicato, Trinchera and Philip Giacconi. The commission initially tried to maintain neutrality, but in 1981, Mazzino got word from his informants that the three capos were stocking up on automatic weapons and planning to kill the Rastelli loyalists within the Bonanno family to take complete control. Mazzino turned to Colombo crime family boss Carmine Persico and Gambino boss Paul Castellano for advice. They told him to act immediately. The three capos' murder on May 5, 1981, Mazzino loyalists shot and killed Trinchera, Giacconi, and Indelicato in a Brooklyn nightclub. On the pretext of working out a peace agreement, Mazzino had invited them to meet with him at the 2020 nightclub in Clinton Hill, Brooklyn. However, Mazzino's real plan was to assassinate the capos. The ambush was set in the club storeroom, with Salvatore Vitali and three other gunmen wearing ski masks hiding in a closet. One of the gunmen was mobster Vito Rizzuto, who came from Montreal, Quebec, Canada with another Canadian mobster to help Mazzino. Mazzino told the men to avoid shooting so that bullets wouldn't spray around the room. Mazzino also brought drop gloves and ropes for disposing of the bodies afterwards. When the capos arrived at the 2020, Mazzino and Bonanno mobster Gerlando Sciascia and Franklino escorted them to the storeroom. As the men entered the room, Sciascia brushed his hand through his hair, giving the prearranged signal. Vitali and gunmen rushed out of the closet, with Rizzuto yelling, "It's a hold-up!" Mazzino immediately punched Giacconi, knocking him to the floor, and also stopping Indelicato from escaping. Giacconi got up and tried to run out of the room, but was blocked up against a wall with Trinchera. The gunman killed Giacconi with a volley of submachine gun fire. The three capos were unarmed, as was the rule when attending a peace meeting. Lino, who had escaped, was brought instead of Indelicato's son, but was quickly won over to Mazzino's side. After the killings, the Bonanno gunmen transported the three bodies to a lot in Lindenwood, Queens, in an area known as the Hole. The lot was a Gambino mob graveyard. Gambino crime family capo John Gotti arranged for his men to bury the bodies there as a favor to Mazzino. A few weeks later, on May 28, authorities discovered Indelicato's body and removed it from the lot. In October 2004, after some children reported finding a body in the Lindenwood lot, FBI agents excavated the property and discovered the bodies of Trinchera and Giacconi. Among the personal items they unearthed was a Piaget watch that had belonged to Giacconi's wife. In December 2004, the bodies were positively identified as Giacconi and Trinchera. On June 23, 2005, Mazzino, then a government witness to avoid the death penalty, pleaded guilty to several murders including those of Giacconi, Trinchera, and Indelicato. He received 2 life sentences in prison. Before pronouncing the sentence, Judge Garofis made these remarks. The activities, rituals and personalities of the world of organized crime have been deeply romanticized in the popular media over the past 30 years. However, this trial, like so many trials before it, has portrayed the true nature of organized crime. The judge also read a letter by Laura Trinchera. As for Mr. Massino, he had the opportunity to see his family grow. He took that away from us. When the verdicts were read, some Trinchera family members clapped. "I'm happy I was here to support his mandatory life sentence," said Donna Trinchera. "I think he's a disgrace." On May 4, 2007, after being extradited to the United States, Rizzuto pleaded guilty in a Brooklyn court to reduced charges in the murder of 3 capos and was sentenced to 10 years in state prison. In popular culture, in the 1997 film Donnie Brasco, Dominick Trinchera was portrayed by George Angelica. In the 2017 Canadian TV series Bad Blood, in a flashback, Big Trin was portrayed by Carmine Lucarelli. References: DeStefano, Anthony. The Last Godfather. Joey Massino and the Fall of the Bonanno Crime Family. California, Citadel, 2006. Pistone, Joseph. Donnie Brasco. My Undercover Life in the Mafia. Random House Value Publishing, February 1990. ISBN 5-552-53129-9.